Welcome to Best Friends Forever. I'm Rhadia Hursey. It was the early 2000s when R&B ruled the airwaves. Hip-hop shaped the culture, and Honey magazine was a place for young Black women with something to say. That's where Mitzi, an entertainment editor with an eye for talent, met Latoya, the intern she didn't know who would change her life. Now they're sitting down to talk about it all, the work, the wins, and the kind of friendship that could have only started at Honey. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me. So Mitzi set the stage, Honey magazine, which was like the magazine to be working for in the early 2000s.
It really was.
And Latoya walks in.
She did kind of blow in. It was less blow walk in. She blew in. Okay. So at the time I was the entertainment editor and I was in need of an intern. And so I found an intern, another wonderful young lady. And then I heard about another girl who turned out to be Latoya that would just, you don't have to pay her. She'll just be there for help. And I was like, well, if it's free, who's turning that free? And Latoya came in like the best whirlwind. She did. It was like, I'm here. Hi, what can I do? Where can I be? And I was like, I just got to find a seat for you. But
right. She's right. We need to find space.
We got to find space. But yeah, she blew into my life.
Yeah. And I had another internship. So I was interning at Time Magazine up until a point in the afternoon, and then I was at Honey the whole evening into the night, well into the night, till 2 a.m.
Right.
You just like
we would just be in it,
partying, you know.
We were working.
We were working. When you guys were working,
we were working
and partying. We were working. Now, I remember you guys had talked about going get manis and petties during the day. So
okay,
does that work?
Listen, that was critical staff bonding.
Okay.
I'm going to go on record right now. Some of our best ideas came while the staff was, together getting their manis, petties, eyebrows waxed. It would be like, girl, what about a Beyonce cover? It's like you never knew where inspiration could hit. Yeah. So it was best that we just, went with the feeling. And sometimes we felt like mass movements to the nail shop.
Okay.
It was a time.
It was a time. It was an era.
It was an era.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When publishing was publishing.
When there was money.
When
magazines money, the good old days of glossy magazines.
Yes.
So what, was Latoya a good intern?
She was a great intern. She was, you know what? She was that intern, right? She was that intern. So she was incredibly smart, very well spoken, funny, humorous, and most importantly, had her pulse on the audience because she was our audience, right? Mm-hmm. That was the great and unique thing about Honey. We were talking to ourselves. We were creating stories that we wanted to read, not for some other demographic that we were appeasing. It was like, what do you and your homegirls want to read about, learn about, know about? And that's really how our friendship sort of grew. We got to spend time talking about, like, who are you? What would you want? And
Latoya, what kind of boss was Mitzi?
Ooh, she was tough. Very structured, very, I felt like after working for her, I could literally work for anyone. Like, I could work for anyone on planet Earth because she was extremely demanding. She demanded excellence. Even from the interns that weren't getting paid, probably especially from the interns that weren't getting paid. Like,
she wasn't getting paid. The other intern was getting paid.
Right.
Be clear. She's talking about herself.
Right.
Because she was very tough on the intern that wasn't getting paid.
So yeah, it was definitely, she was tough.
That's fair. I was because I could see her talent. I knew from meeting her, from speaking with her, her potential. It was so obvious. And I went to an HBCU. Excellence is the standard. That's it. Like, we're here to do what we have to do so we can get where we're going to go. And everyone that went to that magazine has launched into amazing places in their lives. New York Times bestseller, media company owners, like heads of corporations. Honey launched some of the strongest women in the industry. And my interns were no exception. And so I just wanted them to use the opportunity the way the rest of us were as well.
To her point, excellence, right? She demanded excellence, and excellence, she also brought it. So she was a good role model for us. She also, by the end of the summer, her interns were the interns that had bylines in the magazine, like had a job. She had a job at the other one had it. She was a little ahead of me in school, and she had a job by the end of the summer. So she was demanding, but we were meeting that demand, and the payoff was big. So
it's like other interns were like, I got coffee all summer. Toya was like, oh, I got bylines.
And I had a job at the end of the summer because I was the lip service. I was the lip service columnist by the end of the summer for the next like year and a half, almost 2 years, while I was in school. So they paid me to answer the letters of customers, consumers. So yeah.
Well, I have my own honey story.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. And don't think I'm crazy, but I never delete any of my emails.
Oh.
So when I reached out to you guys, I was like, oh, I want to bring this up during the show. So I was this close to interning. I was this close to interning. We were setting up our interview, and then, Honey Magazine.
Yeah, it did what it was going to do.
Yeah. So we could have been a throuple.
No, Kenya. Oh,
she's amazing. She's the editor-in-chief of LUK. Yes. So that's what I meant. Like, it was a launching pad to greatness.
Yes.
Like, where so many of the women after Honey, Deneen Milner, New York Times bestseller, Angela Burt Murray, former editor-in-chief of Essence magazine and media company owner, all the women at Honey are amazing and outstanding. Yeah. So it was just like, if you're here, you're gonna do well. You're gonna do well, and you're gonna meet us at the level.
Yeah. So what's your favorite memory of you guys at Honey? Ooh. What stories can you tell?
Right. Oh, right. Because I was thinking, there's one where that very, very, very famous 90s singer didn't like her cover. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to. She didn't like her cover, and I had to transcribe. I remember I was up until like 2 a.m. in the office, like transcribing her interview. I had gotten there late. It had something to do with, and you were mad at me for getting there late. You went to the party without me and left me in the office.
That's what she's upset about, right?
But I remember there was a really big hoopla around. I can't even really tell the story properly because I can't say who and what. But she was like every woman's in the 90s, like she was her.
Okay.
And to this day, that's all I'm going to give you. But she really hated her cover picture, and it was a big
picture.
We had a lot of like.
Yeah. But the content of the article was right because she stayed and did her job instead of going to the party. That she was like, but I want a party. But you have work to do. But everybody's going to the party, Latoya. But you have work to do. So when she's like, oh, you're mean, it's because somebody wanted to go to the party. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Like, she was like, I want to go to the party too. Like, I want to be in the party. I was like, yeah. So yeah, I guess I was mean. I went to the party without her.
Oh, no.
We partied a lot that summer.
We did. So I think.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I don't. No, you know what? My best memories from that summer with Toya were probably outside of the office, going to the events and doing the work, going to the events, and just spending time getting to know one another outside of the work environment. Because I knew, like I said, very smart, knew she was going to kill it, but seeing her sort of transition from work to life made me understand more about who she was and how dynamic she was.
So when did you realize that this was more than a work friendship and it turned into like a best friendship?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. You know what? It was probably when she had to go back to school for me because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to miss her. Like my heart was a little broken when she had to leave. I was like, Oh.
But the thing is, Mitzi wasn't much older than me. Like, she was my boss, but like, she was only a handful of years older than me. Yeah. She did Mitzi Moments, which was a section in the magazine that road tripping. Yes, road tripping. Where she like had all these antics and shenanigans that she would do for the story for the magazine. And so I knew of her before I got to Honey, and was so excited to work with her. Going back to school, I was like, I have to stay in touch with Mitzi freaking Miller. Like, she was everything. She gave me all my life this summer. So, and she looked out so much for me. And I was just like, so we just stayed in touch after the summer.
Yeah.
So then take me through, so you've graduated college, Honey is now defunct, but you guys are in New York City. What's happening? What's going on there?
So I left a little bit before Honey went under. I left and went to Jane magazine. I missed the final bout, thankfully. And you came back and went to Brooklyn, right? You came back and went.
So I got married, and then we don't
Tell more.
We don't talk about that.
We all that's our thing. Half life. We don't
ever talk about
that first marriage. That
yes.
It didn't count.
That was a trial run marriage. You know, like
Woo, child. There was a lot. There was a lot there. So I got married, and I started working at Ford Models as a modeling agent. And because publishing was not the way, I'm going to say it though, but the way they dragged her through it for her to get her little raise, she was like, you know what, I'm going to go to this other magazine over here for the others. And we're going to get paid what I'm worth and all of that.
I really missed the blacks, but I had to pay Con Ed.
Wait, you like that New York City rent? They're not going to let me get an apartment if I don't even make minutes. Okay, I'm gonna have to go.
So I was working at Ford, and we were just twirling in New York City. When did we know that? Ooh. Your eyes right now. You're like, what are you divulging? What are you about to say?
I might tell the story, but it's your story to tell. Tell the story. It's your story to tell.
So the truth is, one particular day, I remember I was running down a Brooklyn street with a garbage bag over my shoulder. And she was at the corner in a car, ready to pick me up. I called her, was like, I need you to come get me. Come get me. And like, I knew, I was like, we are going to be, I'm like huffing down the street.
Where did she come get you from?
Thank you. Because this is Saturday morning. This is a Saturday morning. Let me tell you some
lived in
Washington Heights. Okay.
The top of Manhattan. The top of Manhattan.
Right. I was at the top of Manhattan on Saturday morning before 8 o'clock. Okay. And
I was in Brooklyn.
Right. And she was in Brooklyn.
The world in New York.
She was in Brooklyn, and she calls and she's crying. She's like, I just need you to come. Just come get me right now. And I was like, okay, fine. You don't even ask question. I was like, I'm on my way. So I get dressed and I jump in the car. This is when were you married yet?
I was married.
Yeah, she's married. So I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to imagine scenarios. I'm just going to get there. And I promise you, I got to Brooklyn in 20 minutes.
And that's impossible.
I hit that West Side Highway on 2 wheels and got there in 20 minutes.
That's a good friend.
And I was like, we're going to be friends forever. Like I got in the car and I was crying and I was like, so I was in a fight with my ex-husband, and he was, what?
Because I was going to say, from my perspective, I pull onto the block and I'm like looking around. I'm like, where's Toya? She said, come, but she said, but don't stop the car. She was like, I see you. She called. She's like, on the cell phone. She's like, I was like, where are you? She's like, don't stop, don't stop. I look up. And in my rearview mirror, Toya has jumped out of the bushes and is running down the street with a bag on her shoulder, chasing the car. And I was like, at this point, I was like, this is crazy. I was like, this is a movie.
Like, what is happening?
I was like, what is happening
right there? In a fight, and he was in his office, and I had like put my things in a garbage bag and put it downstairs by the front door to act like I was going to take the garbage out or something. I didn't take the garbage out. I don't know why I was acting like I was going to take the garbage out. But there was a black garbage bag, black plastic with my things in it, my purse, my shoes, everything. I'm like still wearing my slippers. And I'm kind of like moving about the house quietly so that I don't disturb. So he isn't aware. I'm looking out of the living room window. I see her coming down the street. I'm like, don't stop. Just keep going. I'll meet you at the corner. Right. And I like go downstairs quietly. We had stairs that creaked. So I just went down quietly, opened the door, grabbed that bag and took off running. And I was asking her to shelter me for a few days, just hide me. I don't want to go home. I don't want to talk. And I was just like on her sofa for days, and he was calling her, and she was like, I don't know where she is.
I'm like, God, she's disappeared?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
And I was just like, I don't want to, I just need a safe place or a while.
Right. But at day 5, I was like, but hey, girl.
You got to go home.
You got to go home. Like, either we're going to get divorced or you got to go home.
Right.
I was like, because this man has already showed up here once.
Oh, yeah.
And I pretended like, I don't know. I don't know where she could be. Meanwhile, dead on my couch. Dead on the couch. Just,
And this is very early in our marriage. Like, I want to say within a couple months of getting married.
Yeah. So I was really like, and this is why I didn't want to be in that wedding when you asked. This is why when you were like, will you be a bridesmaid? I was like, no.
You're like, no.
You
didn't want to co-sign.
And I was like, I love you and you are my best friend, but no, I will not stand up in front of God and all of the people that we know.
And you understood, right?
I understood.
She was salty.
I understood. But I was mad.
She was mad.
She came to the bachelorette, so.
Listen.
Well, that's a party.
You're the bachelorette. Like, I planned the bachelorette. I did my part. But I just was like, I was like, the church is too far. Like, we've gone too far. Like, So, of course, when she gets in the car, I'm like, so we ready to go now? Like,
she's like, is this divorce? She was like, bitch, can we curse? Okay.
It's all good, girl.
She was like, bitch, you just got married. Are you kidding me? I was like, I ain't gonna make it. Ready? She was like, girl. So she hid me for a few days. But as I was running toward that white car, I was just like, I love her. She doesn't even know why she's picking me up. She doesn't know why she's picking me up way down the street. She's just like, I got you, girl. Let's go.
Way.
Yeah.
Well, wait, I'm impressed that first of all you had a car in New York.
I sure did.
Because that's the thing where I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, you had a car?
I did. I have had a car since I was 16. And I sure did. And it all came together. But I don't know why. I was just like, I got to go. She called. It was just instinctual.
I was like, oh, we're going to be friends forever. That's it.
I'm curious, do you guys take each other's advice?
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Okay. Because she gives good advice. I got friends that don't give good advice, and I'm like, okay, girl.
So what's the best advice that she's given you?
Oh, God. Ooh.
I get good advice from her every day. I'm not even being funny. Like, literally.
Like, wear the hoop earrings.
Right.
T should it be the fashion?
It's the hoops. Go with the hoops. Like, it's almost like we think so alike, but whatever our blind spots are, we can fill in for one another.
Yeah.
And I remember in our pre-interview, you said she is like a sister.
Yes, she is the sister that I have always wanted. And I want to clarify that I have a sister. I have a younger sister. And we had a challenging relationship growing up. But now that we're older, things are smoothing out. We've become much closer. But during the time that I met Latoya.
During those years,
I always wanted a sister that would feel like what I thought, a sister. And T is exactly what I prayed for.
She's your person.
She is. She's an answered prayer.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
But advice. Funny enough, Mitzi advises me quite a bit in my marriage. And for someone who isn't married, and I've been married now, we've been together 19 years at this point. She's really good about helping me reframe or see when I'm wrong. She's probably one of 2 people in my life that can just check me hard and be like, you're dead wrong. Now you need to go apologize to that man.
Like, okay.
And I'm like, but, and she's like, I heard you. And what about this? And what about that? But she gives really good relationship advice for an unmarried woman.
Oh, it's
You
because
know,
I'm clear
so-
that I'm unmarried. So I'm like, so it's a couple things like, one, you don't want to be over here, do you? Okay, so stop, right? Like you want to get yourself together.
Like a part out in the street.
It's like, okay. So you got it all out. Great. You're dead wrong. Go say sorry. Right. And that's enough of that now.
And you go say sorry. And I'd be like, tuck my little tail.
But
and go,
it's easy to do that because she honestly married such a great man the second time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Andre is literally, when I think about the type of partner and husband I want, it is her husband. He loves her the way
That's his co-wife, by the way.
I'm
Okay, now explain the co-wife to me. Yes. Come on now.
I don't know if we can explain it. It's
right. It's like I love Dre because he loves her the way I want to see her be loved. Right. It's like when she is my person, and I want whoever it is that's with her to see her fully the way I see her fully, accept her BS because this is what you signed up for, right? Encourage her shenanigans. Like, don't make her less, make her more. Mm-hmm. And he does that, and he excels at it. And Toya, I believe, wants that for me. Yeah. So until I find that, she's like, we can share him. Right. Like, we can share. And he's so fun and so sweet, and he's so kind. Like, we'll have girl trips, and he'll literally be the only guy.
Yeah. He'll come to chaperone. Like, we did a big birthday trip.
Yeah. For my, is it my...
We don't count. We don't.
All right, she doesn't.
Girl,
I do. I earn my age. She doesn't age. She's a vampire. I'm happy to be.
Well, you know, Mariah, she doesn't count her age either.
We love her.
We have the same school of thought. We're from that school of thought. Prince had that same school of thought as well. So,
yeah. I support that for her, but for me, I'm so happy to be here. So it is not like I'm not going into aging feeling heavy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so blessed. I'm so glad. I want to tell you how much longer I was here. I want to tell you how I beat the odds. But our birthdays are only 10 days apart.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm sure you guys have
so
tons of celebrations.
We celebrated together.
Okay.
And so one milestone, I won't say which, we had a huge girls trip to Colombia.
Okay.
But it was a girls trip plus drag.
Right, Hefe Dre.
When we're in Spanish speaking, when we're in Spanish speaking countries, Hefe Dre.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
we were in Cartagena.
We were everywhere. The
Cartagena, Baru.
We planned it. We hopped around. It was so good. We had a great time. But he's just one of the crew, and so that's how I was honored to get the title co-wife.
Co-wife. I love that. You know, one of our previous guests, they call each other their baby mamas. You know, she's like, "This is my baby mama."
Right.
You know, because they're so close that the daughter's just like, "Yeah, this is my second mom." So
I think that honestly is my biggest heartbreak. I love my career journey, and I'm very proud of it. But it took me away from New York right as she had her first child, and that is literally like. Not being in New York in the tri-state area when she had the babies was really hard for me. Because it's like I'm calling and I'm like, oh, like they're walking? He's walking right now? Like, wait, what? And now he's in school and now he's a teen?
Yeah.
But I love her kids.
Oh, that's so great. On our next episode, we see how real friendship shows up when life gets hard.
I never felt like it was going to be the end. I just was uncertain about what it would look like to get through this moment. But it wasn't until she came that it felt real.